I keep losing the purple. Hell yeah. Hello, my stars. My name is Zoe, also known as Lavender Luna. If you know me, welcome back. And if you don't know me, that's fine. You're not in trouble because we have all the time in the world to get to know each other, baby. So just relax and go subscribe. Guys, I don't wear contacts because I don't like my natural eyes. I love my chocolate eyes. I just thought this fit the look better because I wanted to give like Rouge kind of like a storm vibe. So that's just the vibe we're giving off right now. Also, how do you like Pixie? So this video is very much unscripted. For those of you who don't follow my Instagram or just don't know in general, I recently went to Dreamcon from the Friday to Sunday, the 9th to the 12th, and I had an amazing time. I met so many beautiful people. I saw so many gorgeous and well-crafted cosplays. I even made a video about all the natural hair that I saw, it was kind of incorporated into the cosplays. Not natural hair, just black hairstyles in general. Even if it was braids or wigs, just black hairstyle styled just for the sake of encapsulating characters that we see on TV. And it's just overall great experience. But today I kind of want to rant / discuss about a weird growing trend of the weird people surrounding or kind of going to Dreamcon, especially people who clearly don't care or don't even want to be there, that are kind of just inviting themselves into a space that is meant for black nerds, especially anime and video games. And it's a very pro black space, and that doesn't mean just black, it doesn't mean just black men. It means black women, black non-binary people, queer people in general. It's just a welcoming community meant and space meant for black nerds, and that means everybody. So why am I seeing a growing trend of people who don't care or do not want to be there, or kind of just stomping over that security that we have as black nerds, just showing up and invading our space? I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, because the first instance of this happened before Dreamcon even started. I don't know, this kind of went viral. I mean, it was viral within the community of people who were going to Dreamcon. But there is a cosplayer that is located in Houston, or located in Texas in general, that was invited by her friend to be a vending assistant or something like that. Come to find out, she has posted what she thought was anonymously in Twitter, going on a racist rant about how she doesn't even want to be there, how she doesn't want to go to Dreamcon, how it's a black owned event, and she definitely doesn't want to go to any of these black, what she called, she said hood weaves or something. But she went on this racist tirade on Twitter, or X or whatever, and expressing all her these horrible and disgusting things. And mind you, this was a space she was invited into. And my thing is, bitch, why the fuck are you going? Girl, there are so many conventions that you could have gone to within Houston, within Texas in general. Dreamcon is not the only one that you have to go to. You are legitimately putting your, have you seen that picture of fucking SpongeBob with his skinny ass slutty wrist in the fucking handcuffs? Or that bird that was in that cage with 2 bars? Brother, you are doing this to yourself. No one, we don't want you there either. And and luckily for us, the community kind of came together, and we expressed that we didn't want our ass there. But what gets me is how much this highlights how racist the anime and cosplay community is, because girl, you were putting yourself in this position. Let me read some of the things she was saying. I'm not gonna read all of it. It's just it's nothing but gobbledygook. It's nothing. It's literally fucking nothing but racist nonsense. But I'm gonna read you some of the things that she said. My friend offers me a potential booth babe job for a con this summer, but it's a con popular with blacks and has exclusively blacks on the marketing and social media.
Monkey paws curl fuck my chungus wife. You want the thick thighs pussy salad?
This is so bad. Like, ew. Where's the punctuation? Like, can you form a fucking sentence? I actually hate hood weebs, man. I really don't want to work at that con of all cons, but it's the first booth bay job I've been offered, and it's something I'm low-key trying to break into. I feel like one job usually leads to more opportunities, you know? Well, oh, you ain't getting no motherfucking opportunities to this because they blow your ass up. I remember like one of my mutuals kind of let me in on it, being like, hey, be careful, there's this racist ass hoe pulling up to Dreamcon. And I'm like, with the amount of people reposting that story, her ass better be careful. Because we came together and this was really nice to see. Like, people were calling her out. I seen like countless warnings being like putting her on, like kind of pulling her out into the spotlight. She's privated her account now. It used to not be a private, but why are you going to a space that like we don't want you there? Like, why are you even going? Like this is literally, you're really putting yourself in a position where you like we don't want you there, you don't want yourself there. And you're just in this type of stuff is dangerous. Like, this is a space for Black people to finally feel comfortable, because the racism in the anime community, and specifically any nerd community in general, actually is atrocious. Like, I posted, like I said earlier, I mentioned earlier that I made a natural hair video. Within the first hour, I got 3 racist comments from individuals talking about, like, calling me the N-word, calling everybody, and then we're saying like that we're like we have no future for the Blacks or whatever. And I don't censor usernames, so they can pop up right here, but I don't censor names here, like, especially when you're being a racist piece of shit, because you don't deserve a platform, or you don't deserve to kind of live like that. It's a consequence of your actions. I don't believe in like protecting racists. I'm sorry. These are the consequences to your actions, especially if you post on a public platform. I'm not saying I don't think anyone should harass you, but I really don't feel like you should be so comfortable spreading that hatred like you do. This is a growing issue. Like, I recently saw a video of a girl who went to a convention and did like a Skyrim like lock picking thing, and the comments that she was receiving was absolutely abysmal. And I'm like, all she did was enjoy a game. All she did was like enjoy an event that everybody else is doing. But because she was a Black woman, she was prosecuted for it. I feel like we've kind of dodged a bullet with this one, at least. But it is very disheartening how openly racist people are very comfortable being, especially because even at the con, I didn't get a video of this because I was like, I just moved out the way. But there was a white man, like, he was alone. Like, he had no business being there. But there was a white man, like, wearing a watermelon shirt, and I'm not gonna sit there and act like he doesn't know what the fuck he was doing. We all know what he was doing. He was being a racist prick. And I'm like, why? I genuinely don't understand how people can like live their life like spewing so much fucking hatred for no reason. And again, no one wanted your ass there in the first place. You don't gotta go. Get your slutty ass wrist out them fucking shackles and move on. But that was like kind of the first thing that was kind of getting me. The second thing that was kind of getting me was the IRL streamers that have been pulling up to Dreamcons or like cons in general and talking about how they dislike the material that is at the heart of these cons. Everyone can have their own opinion. Like, you don't have to like anime. Like, Dreamcon is not an anime convention. It's a nerd convention. It's for anime, video games, comics, art. It's for anything you want it to be. It's literally Dreamcon. Dreams come true. That's the whole point. So you don't have to like anime. But to go into a space that is specifically meant to be welcoming and loving and towards people, especially people who have actively been prosecuted for having these interests and for embracing these interests, to come into there, especially as a Black woman yourself, and like kind of and talk about it with such disgust and such dismissal, it's crazy to me. Let me get who I'm talking about. I'm talking about this girl named, I've never seen her stuff, like she's a little popular. Her name is Cameron Levine, and I'm gonna put the video right here, but
I don't be doing the anime shit. That shit weird. That anime shit weird.
Okay, wait, why'd you follow me?
I came to stream because hella people come and stream.
Like, what the fuck is the point? Like, she goes on to say that I don't do that anime shit. That shit is weird. That shit's freaky, right? And like all that shit, like just being like nonsense about. I'm like, bro, there's a difference between having a preference and being disrespectful. You are in a space where we are going to be comfortable. What this makes me think of is the incident last year of that one streamer going up to a mask presenting individual wearing a Sailor Mars dress and like dapping him up, like being all friendly, and then walking away like it's some type of joke. Like, brother, that's nasty. That's just nasty. Like, it doesn't offer, like, what are you offering us? Like, what do you think you bring to this space? I feel like as a Black woman and as Black people ourselves, you have to understand what it's like to exist in this community. But I was like, wait, do you understand? Because you apparently don't. You're just here for clicks and views, which again is fine within itself. Like, hell, I understand these events get a lot of traction. You could go, I feel like you don't even have to like anime to go. I think you can go and learn something. I think you can go and expand your horizon. Like, you can go and make content and be like, oh my God, look at how amazing people dress. Oh my God, this is so interesting. Let me ask questions. Let me engage with the community in a very respectful and intuitive way. Like, and move with intention and move with love and care. And celebrate the Black joy that we have accumulated in this space. But you came here and kind of stomped and with an intention, like with a kind of a sour, like an icky intention. And again, like and a lot of people might look at this and be like, what's the big deal? What does this actually do? Who does this actually affect? Well, it affects all of us. Like, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the people in this community grew up as the weird kid. The kids with the rolly backpacks, the kids who couldn't afford lotion, couldn't afford proper skincare, deodorant. These are kids who grew up being weird. I grew up being weird. And, you know, when you are Black, you are looked at through a certain, like everything you do is looked at in a certain way. You are already being prosecuted. You are already being attacked from every single avenue, every single direction. And finally growing up and being in like being able to find spaces where you can walk around, be your happiest and best self and be comfortable. You're not the weird kid here. You're my brother who watches Sailor Moon and has the best Sailor Mars cosplay on the block. Or you're my sister who is dressed up as the cutest Twilight Sparkle or Laguna Blue I've ever seen. Like, this is such a beautiful space that we have built, especially in a world that has already treated us like shit. And you're gonna walk in there and do the same thing? That's gross to me. You didn't have to come. And she did make a response, like, but what I find very weird is the fact that when she made this response, she specifically she never put it on her page. Hey, editing Zoe here. I was actually incorrect about this. She did go ahead and post a statement on her TikTok, which is, from what I could find, her most followed social media account, like social media, just like posting account. So I'm going to put it here. You can pause to read. Or at least not on the story, at least from what I seen, she put it underneath the comment section. Like, she put it in the post, in the comment section, and it makes no sense to me. She says, I spoke about this on stream. Oh, she spoke about it on stream, so I was wrong. But I spoke about this on stream, and I apologize. And I didn't mean to disrespect or insult the anime community. Someone came up to me and asked me why I didn't personally like anime. I mentioned it was weird and freaked out based off a certain anime I've seen, which was mentioned in the clip. I didn't mean all anime in general. Pause. I personally find that very hard to believe, because we're not going to feign ignorance about the rhetoric you were speaking. When people even you didn't bring up a specific anime that was, I think this genre is weird. Because again, there are a lot of animes that are fucking weird. Like Kiss X6. Like, what? Like, there's like a million animes that are weird. And I feel like it's completely valid to have those opinions about like weird anime, but you're like, I just don't like specific tropes. These are why I don't partake in anime. I don't like how a lot of anime don't take the issue of essay seriously. I don't like how anime and like kind of goes into the incense don't think I could say that, incense or something like that. There's so many ways that you can approach this issue without being disrespectful, but the way you said it was disrespectful. You cannot feign ignorance. We're not stupid. So I don't believe that at all. That's what gets me, is like, this reads as a non-apology to me. But I'm gonna continue. I didn't make fun of any sort general. I also never mentioned this, that people are weird or freaked out that like anime. I didn't make fun of anyone of any sort. I would never. That's not my character. I mentioned that a person that was introduced to anime to me, ruined my whole experience, which I mentioned in the clip. I did not ask for this clip, and I was also at the basketball game when someone came up to me and asked me this question. I actually enjoyed Dreamcon in the community. I was well aware of what Dreamcon is. I didn't go there to speak down or disrespect truthfully. It sucks how one thing gets clipped and taken out of context, which is true. A lot of things do get clipped and taken out of context, and I personally haven't done my due diligence to see the full clip, so I can't hold that against her, because she is right. She could have been in a situation where people were asking her weird questions, or like, because again, I've been come up to, and I like at Dreamcon, and I was asked weird questions. Also, Dreamcon is a very overstimulating experience, and I never went to the basketball game, so even though I was there, I never went to the basketball game, and I was overstimulated by even getting up the escalator, because you know what, there were lines to the escalator. I don't believe we are taking this clip out of context, because again, what you said and how you said it, and I do appreciate you apologizing and taking accountability and being like, because from what I've seen and from the clips I have seen of her, she has been enjoying Dreamcon. She has been interacting with people who know her. She's been taking pictures and selfies with these people, but it's hard. I'm sorry, I hit the mic, but it's hard to combat that whole mean girl mentality where we feel like you're talking behind our backs, because then you are like that when people come up to you and engage with you, you smile in their face, but then you go behind the hack and make fun of the thing that they care about. Because you did not say, I don't like specific tropes in anime. You did not say, I don't like specific anime, but I haven't watched that many, so I don't know. You didn't say that anime is not my personal thing. You said that is weird, I'm not into that weird shit, it's freaked out. You were disrespectful, and that is completely different from what you're trying to portray in this apology. Which again, I find it extremely weird that you haven't made a post about. Again, you may have mentioned it on stream, but you know that's not where it's going viral. You know that's not where it's being picked up. And that's what I find weird about the whole situation, but I'm going to continue. I have friends in the anime community as well. I also never said that I wouldn't be interested in learning more about anime or exploring other anime shows. I personally didn't like how this clip surfaced on the internet, and I apologize for the way it came out. I think you should, and again, like, I'm gonna say, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know, though. I haven't seen the full clip. I can't find it, but what I've seen, I feel like it's pretty clear. Like, it's just, there are things that cannot be mistakable with context or without context. There's a different. If it was cut up weird, that'd be different. Like, if someone was like what, like, do you like this genre of anime, and you answered in a similar manner, that's what something out of context would be. If we were missing the question, if we were missing the source of the issue, then yeah, and then someone took your response and like kind of threw it out there on the internet, yeah, that'd be weird, but that's not what's happened here. You even stated yourself that someone asked you why you personally don't like anime, and that is how you responded. I don't think it matters how overstimulated you are. It's just like, I don't think it, like, I actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. I do think it matters how overstimulated you are, because again, I understand being overstimulated and just blurting stuff out or just snapping in a second would be, but that's not how you explained it. And I am just encouraging you to say, like, I feel like this is not a fucking world-ending event. Like, you didn't hit the second tower, girl. Like, don't worry about it, because I feel like she deserves some grace. Because again, people have survived worse. Like, she didn't say, like, I hate all anime, I hate all y'all niggas are nerds or whatever. She didn't say none of that. But I just feel like, hey, I was disrespectful towards anime. I want to learn and to grow and to change, and just make a little post about it, because you did affect the community. You did. Like, you did touch the community. You touched a sore spot. Again, a lot of people grew up the weird kids. A lot of people grew up being bullied. A lot of people grew up with their interests being like people smiling in their face and talking about how they're weird behind their back. For example, this clip from last year's Dreamcon, whatever his fucking name is, I don't know, he I don't care about him, but like, we are still fresh off of situations like this. A lot of people are turning 18, or a lot of people are kids going to these events, and having this mentality does affect that community. And I feel like that community deserves a proper apology. Hey, I was disrespectful. I want to learn more and change. And again, I do see that a lot of people are using this as an excuse to be very misogynistic towards women in the anime community, and being like, oh, women, this is why women are all LARPers, LARPers, who don't even know, people who aren't even using that, who people aren't even using that word correctly, are kind of throwing it around whenever a woman does anything or says anything like slightly wrong. And again, the fact that she's a black woman, she's taken a lot more heat that I feel like it's not that deep as a lot of the rhetoric I have been seeing. It's not as deep, but I do think it's important to acknowledge it. Don't listen to the niggas that are using this to be anti-black, anti-women. Just all these, don't listen to that. I just feel like, because I feel like there's a lot of people who are using her as an excuse to be sexist and be racist, and again, demonize a black woman more than she really needs to be, or like more than like, I would just demonize a black woman in general. Like it's not that deep, but I just feel as though it would be better to be like, oh, hey, let me make an official apology so you can move on, because you're not going to be looked at the same at this point. Now, moving on to a lot of the weird shit that I experienced at Dreamcon. Why do men grab you so much? Like, I understand, like, there was the uppies guy, which is different because that's his whole thing. People come up to him to get picked up and stuff like that. I wish I got picked up. I think that would have been fun. But I was stopped and grabbed in my waist and like all that stuff over like so many times, and it was gross. I recently saw a clip of a streamer. She was just a man, he just picked her up, and luckily people around her stepped in. But why do men, like, I genuinely don't understand why men think that is okay. Why anyone think touching somebody or picking them up or anything like that is okay at all. It is not. My friend got picked up without her consent, and and of course we can be like, oh, well, you guys are smiling, you guys are happy, it's not that deep, that's protection. We have to smile, we have to kiki in order to feel safe, because a lot of women have been groomed or grew up knowing to suppress themselves and their feelings in order to protect themselves. But it's gone to the point where a lot of people are not understanding that cosplay is not consent. Just because I am dressed up as Domino and I know I look sexy, I know I'm beautiful, as me, you can just grab me by my waist and pull me aside so you can have a conversation with me, or so you can like, who are you? I'm like, there are better ways to approach somebody and ask them, hey, who are you? Ooh, beating the fuck up on my, hey, who are you dressed up as? Where are you from? Like, oh my god, can I get your Instagram? And if you are in an attempt to flirt, which again, I'm not flirting with no men there. I'm not into men. But I'm not like, it's just like, again, I'm not somebody who's flirting with anybody there, but there are ways to approach a woman with respect. Where has chivalry gone? It's gross. But as you can imagine, there were a lot of women dressed in sexy cosplays, and I loved it because I am somebody who dresses on a more sexier range, like on a more sexier side from a day-to-day life, and it just felt so nice to be surrounded by women who are comfortable enough to walk around like that. But that doesn't mean it's okay for you to go out your way to grab us, which again, when it comes to family cons, I do have a bit of a pull back for, because again, I saw a lot of children there. Well, I saw a lot of families because it is a family event. It's always been advertised as such. That is neither here or there. Every con has that aspect of it, and Dreamcon is not the only one too. I just say be careful with what spaces you occupy and who you are around when you're doing certain things. But overall, like, there were so many cosplays, I don't even think majority of the people even noticed, except if you were bad. There were some influencers I saw there, I was like, god damn, fuck. And it was so, like, there were so many beautiful women there. But one thing I did find was a lot of creepers. There were a lot of creepers. And again, it had nothing to, and it doesn't even have anything to do with how women are dressed. A lot of the men were just like very gross. Like they were following women. Like I had a girl like literally come up to be like scared. Like I'm like, bro, read a room. Oh, it's getting darker, so. Ooh. Okay, that's much better. It was getting dark, so I was like, I'm like, why the fuck am I flashback Mary? It's at every con, it's a very harrowing experience being a woman there. Being followed, being catcalled, being grabbed, touched, picked up. It's gross. Being groped, it's gross. Y'all need to learn how to act better. It's very unacceptable. And it's the fact that he goes, the lawsuit coming soon, we gonna beat it again. Ew. Like, what does that mean?
The lawsuit coming soon, but we gonna beat the case.
Like, you knew what you did was wrong, and instead of apologizing, instead of being like, oh, my bad, you would like, well, lawsuit coming soon. Like, fuck you, nigga. You don't do that. Just apologize and move on. Like, also, just don't do that in the fucking first place. Like, you didn't, like, I had people. I got picked up. There's something cute. But I got picked up. I was asked. I was notified. I consented. There is something called consent which men have, or like a lot of people basically have no understanding of. That just like, it's mind-boggling to me. The way he acts is gross to me. It's gross. You should have asked her. She said no, keep it pushing. The fact that you're laughing at possibly a lawsuit is gross. It's just gross. And it's like, and again, like, she was like, you have to ask for permission next. Again, I see all that protective language, or the protective, like, the way she, like, again, I see the way she's protectively acting. Be like, it's okay, is that permission? Like, no, it's okay for it not to be okay, girl. But luckily you had people around you who were defending you. But the fact that he says, I don't give a fuck. Like, somehow, like, everybody somehow disrespected you when you were the disrespectful one in that case. It's gross. Or just at least knowing how to like act in the public setting. Sawyer would hate you. He would. But I am going to have to start getting ready for the club soon. I ain't got a wash on while I look. But those are just some things that bother me. Oh, also, there was another thing that bothered me, which I'm going to bring up in my second video about Dreamcon, which is going to be more about like my pros and cons and actually about my experience, like my personal experience there. This is just a quick rant video I wanted to get out because, again, these things were bothering me. And it wasn't that scripted, so I wasn't as eloquent as I would usually be, or I wasn't as my thoughts were very fruitful as they would usually be. But I just wanted to bring a lot of these issues to your attention. Please don't harass or like attack anybody mentioned in these videos. Especially old girl, like who just said that shit about like anime being weird shit. She didn't hit the second tower. I'm sorry. It was mean. It was disrespectful. She was rude. She was like, you shouldn't be in this space if you're gonna disrespect it. Of course, these are all true things. But niggas got canceled. But women have gotten canceled for less, and men have gotten away with more. It's gross. And like, it's just like, it's not that deep. It really isn't. Just, I feel like my points are still valid, but let's just not harass her. She already apologized, but I feel like she should do another one. That's the end of it. But I did want to end this off, like, kind of circling back to what Dreamcon's all about. I think it's best said by this creator that I recently saw a video on earlier today, actually. His name is, he goes by The Magical Dealer on Instagram, but he posted this beautiful video about what it was like to go to Dreamcon. I'm gonna have his video, I'm gonna have his tag and Instagram up here, but I really wanted to do a shout out for him because I almost cried watching his video because it did mean so much.
This is me at my very first convention. I was awkward, shy, and honestly, I was just trying to figure out where I belong. Then I got invited to Dreamcon. People kept telling me it wasn't just another convention. This was different, a place where black nerds didn't have to explain themselves. So I wanted to find out if that was actually true, or if people were just romanticizing it.
I came to school after Frozen 1 came out, and everybody was like, you're not Elsa, you're black.
When we were growing up, we were kind
kind of made fun of being black in like anime.
They're not seeing the character, they're seeing my skin tone. Me being told that I couldn't partake in my favorite character, but we at Dreamcon now, we can do whatever the hell we want.
And honestly, I had way more fun than I expected. This year, I've been forcefully leaving my house instead of finding another excuse to stay home. Somehow, Dreamcon made all that feel easier.
Here, there's really nothing that's weird.
I was talking to people I never met, playing games with strangers, dancing,
Getting our contact information. It was fantastic.
If you have been following this series, it's a much bigger accomplishment than it probably sounds.
Feels like having a nerdy, kind of like black college experience.
But then something strange happened. I kept waiting for this big movie moment, you know, the one where you suddenly feel this overwhelming sense of joy and think, finally, I belong, but it never came. For a while, I actually thought I failed my own experiment.
Anybody that's creating, we know it's very lonely. You're very isolated. It's just you and your phone and you and your computer.
Then I realized I was looking for the wrong feeling. Maybe belonging.
I love having this weekend and dress up as whatever I want to do and not be looked at like I'm crazy.
Isn't the presence of joy. Maybe it's the absence of needing to prove you deserve to be there. Nobody questioned why I like what I like. Nobody questioned why I was there. Nobody expected me to explain myself. Everything just felt normal.
I used to dream where I could be somewhere where I'm surrounded by people that look like me, that have the same passions as me. I would tell myself, we did it.
And that's when I realized this story didn't actually start at Dreamcon. It started 12 years ago at my very first convention.
You were the first person I ever met at my very first convention. When I met you, you said my name correctly, D'Adrian. I'm not gonna lie, it really stuck with me all these years.
How many years ago was that?
I was 15, I'm 27 now.
I came here expecting belonging to feel extraordinary. Instead, it just feels normal. And maybe that's exactly how it should feel. What place made you feel like you didn't have to explain yourself?
I feel like the points he talks about where it comes to the fact that there's a sense of normalcy because we are finally feeling normalcy when we have been feeling like we've been walking on eggshells, like in public, for being black, for being nerdy, for being weird, for being all these things, and the lack of yearning for said normalcy is so poetic to me. Like, is the fact that we are normal in this space, we are welcome in this space, we are comfortable, and the reason why these things feel so weird is because that comfort is new. And change is always going to feel different. But that isn't a bad thing. You have to be able and capable of embracing change, and the fact that he's able to embrace it and find the love and joy with this through his community, through people like us, is so nice to see. And so I really wanted to shout out him and put his video in here. But that's the end of the video. You can hype it if you want to. Again, this isn't scripted. This isn't as funny and jokey as my usual videos. I really just wanted to put this out there because, I don't know, this is going to take a long while. I have another video coming up again talk about bedazzling niggas. I am very excited to talk about them and how I feel like a lot of misogyny is going around with the rhetoric towards the way men dress. But I did want to close out and say thank you for watching. I did have a music recommendation right here for you guys. It's Soul Child by Oronti. I hope I'm saying that right. I found her on Instagram and it's become one of my favorite songs as of recent. I keep playing it on replay. I think she's a black artist, beautiful, it's very soulful, it's very rich. Like it's just a very beautiful song that like I get inspired to animate because of it. So I would definitely check her page out, check out her music. Please check out my socials. I'm going out tonight, and this is not the outfit I'm going out in, but I think the outfit's a bit not safe for YouTube. They'll probably demonetize me if you guys even get a glimpse of it. So I'm gonna be leaving that. Like I saw, you would have to follow my Instagram, because you know SZA liked my post, so you know my outfits are tea. But no, like if you want to see some more of my Dreamcon activities before I release the video, definitely go there. I recorded a lot of content. I'm very excited for next year because I'm definitely going to be popping in. But yeah, Thank you, my stars. Please subscribe if you're not. And join the other stars in our galaxy. Leave a like down below. This is my channel. I focus more on art, commentary, and stuff like that. I don't really do a lot of serious stuff, but I'm starting to do a lot of serious stuff. But I don't know. We're going to see where it goes. But, well, I'll see you, my stars. Thank you for joining me in my galaxy. And again, subscribe if you would like to join us in our galaxy. Join us and all the rest of the stars in with me, Lavender Luna, aka Zoe. If you didn't know me before, you know me now. Bye.